What's going on, you beautiful people? Today we're talking all about the top comment strategy on Instagram, which is one of the most valuable and I would say one of the very few growth hacks that still 100% work in 2020 and will in 2021. So in this video, I'm going to walk through how to execute the strategy effectively to get the most out of it and attract as many real and hyper targeted followers as possible through leveraging this strategy, which is super easy to do, and leveraging the audiences that other pages have already created for you. So that's enough of an intro. Let's get into the video and let's talk about the top comment strategy on IG. Let's get it. So for any of you guys that are new, my name is Ben. Fantastic to meet you. I'm a social media strategist, and on this channel, I release weekly videos to help you level up and grow on social media, with Instagram being one of my main focuses. So if your goal is to grow there, be sure to click subscribe and hit the bell button so you never miss a video that can help you level up and grow your IG. So the top comment strategy is one of my favorite strategies to implement. It doesn't take too much time and it is proven to be effective. So the person who really made this famous would be Farokh, at Farokh over on IG. And he is the CEO of commenting on Instagram because he's perfected his strategy to a point where he is seen all over Instagram through ranking as the top comment. And so much so that people know him through his comments. I actually conducted a full interview with him on my podcast. If you want to check that video out, click the card above where we go far more in depth into his story, how he grew his multi-million follower network and how he executes the top follower strategy. But I'm going to break down the nitty gritty in this video. So in essence, what we're going to do is leverage how Instagram functions and leverage the audiences that other pages already developed around a specific niche or interest to target their followers and capture some profile visits and traffic to our page that will convert into followers if we do all the steps that I'm going to mention for free because of how Instagram functions and how comments work and the comment sections on Instagram. So the first step in this is you want to go pick accounts to actually conduct the top comment strategy on. I recommend starting with between 5 and 10 different accounts, because if you go anything more than that, it's going to become a little overwhelming, so much so where you'll probably just stop. So with anything, I like to start with reasonable goals and reasonable starting points where you can scale to more and more if you've proven to yourself that you're going to do that consistently. So start with 5 to 10. Picking accounts comes down to a few different things. You want to consider competition level. So what I mean by that is how many people are commenting on the actual content that page is posting. That speaks to how difficult it may be to be the top comment or one of the top comments to get that influx of traffic, profile visits, etc. that I mentioned earlier that makes this strategy so effective. So there's 3 things to think about. 1, you want them to be in your niche or audiences that would be interested in you. Reason being is because this gets maximized when it's targeting people who have an interest in what you're already doing, so they become a long-term, valuable, engaging follower for time to come. So that's where it really makes it so powerful, is the fact that you can target this. So I highly recommend, of your 5 to 10, that they're highly targeting your ideal follower. 2, the decision comes down to how big of a page to target. So I would recommend picking some that are very, very competitive and some that may be mid-tier. So when I say competitive, these pages get millions of followers, tons of engagement, etc., etc. And medium may be 50,000, maybe it's 10 or 100,000 to 500,000. I know it's a very wide range, but it really depends on which niche you're in. That will depend on what's medium tier competition and high competition. And one thing that's really important to keep in mind while doing this is just because a page doesn't get a ton of comments on their content, it doesn't mean that a ton of people aren't seeing their content with a high potential for you to capture some of that traffic and profile visits. So don't get fixed at simply looking at the comment section and how many there are there to gauge competition or opportunity. Instead, look at the overall impressions based on averages for likes, the size of the page, etc., to make your decisions on these 5 to 10. So accounts that have a ton of traffic, a ton of likes, a ton of impressions, but not a lot of comments, I would actually call those the hidden gems, because if you can find those, there's far less competition, far more likelihood for you to rank and do so on a consistent basis. So now that we've outlined our 5 to 10 different pages, the next thing that you're going to want to do is go on and turn on post notifications. This is hyper critical to execute the strategy. I cannot stress that enough. So I just popped up a video right here showing you how to go do that. Go to their profile. You have to be following them, then click down that little arrow thing and then turn on post notifications. You only really need to turn on for posts because their story isn't going to help you execute the strategy, and you don't want that many notifications anyways. Step 3 is, now that you have post notifications on for these 5 to 10 different accounts, you want to leverage the fact that you're going to be notified to go in as soon as you get the notification after a new post is dropped. Go and be one of the first comments on the comment section for that post. So this is really where the skill comes into play and something that you can get better at as time goes on and will improve your effectiveness when executing this. This is super, super important to get good at and get better at, because this is what's going to allow you to have success and the most return on your time invested. To execute the top comment strategy is actually one other thing that is super hyper critical. Without it, I don't know if it'll even work for you. And that is simply to like this video, smash it, click it softly, whatever you're into, just tap the like button. I'll love you forever. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your Instagram, your YouTube, and your future self thanks you. Welcome to the team, and thanks for clicking like. You made a young man happy. So why Farokh is so good at this is because he's gotten a deep understanding of the very unique nature of not simply just account over account, but also the different kind of posts that each account will be releasing to their audience. So literally each post has to be viewed as its own ecosystem. You really have to get your thinking cap on specific to that piece of content and think from the perspective of people who will be hyper interested in that specific piece. What will they really resonate with? What will start a conversation? Or what would really capture their attention? These are the three things that you want to try to capture in the comment that you're gonna be posting in a very quick manner. So the easiest way to do this is you can either build on the post itself, you can make it funny, you can make it relatable. I've found the greatest impact in doing that, either being funny or very relatable, but building off of the content and the value that the post is already providing. The comment section is really an extension of that value, and it really takes it to the next level. So your ability to be a value provider in the comment section is paramount for you to find success in doing this. And again, value comes in so many different ways, shapes, and sizes, and it will be different depending on your niche as well as the accounts that you're targeting. This is why I recommend trying and experimenting with a bunch of different things. You'll very quickly see that certain types of things resonate deeply with that audience and some just absolutely fail. They're dead, they don't do anything, you don't get any upvotes or likes, and it just simply doesn't work for you. So experiment, develop your own comment voice, and eventually once you become a voice within a comment section in a consistent manner, people begin to look for you, and it becomes substantially easier to be one of the top few comments every single time. And obviously the massive benefit of being one of the top comments is the fact that when people come to look at this content, you're the first few comments that they see, and they're very likely to come look at your page if they resonate with what you said in your comment. The next part is kind of like a sneaky way to help yourself out. I would have 3 to 4 different burner accounts that are also following the pages that you're trying to execute the strategy on. As soon as you drop your comment, go on the 3 or 4 other burner accounts and go like your comment. Those extra few 3 or 4 likes are going to help you out dramatically and really improve your chances of continuing to get upvoted. If you don't do this, it's very easy, especially on big pages, to get lost in the shuffle. So if you're in there quickly and then also drop those 3 to 4 quick likes on those other burner accounts, that is going to dramatically increase your chances and just help to expedite the whole process. And this will be a very good indication for you and learning for you to see if your comment resonated or not. This will be great education and learning for you, because with this extra push from the burner accounts, if people don't resonate with the comment, it's not because they didn't see it, because these 3 or 4 will give you an opportunity to be in front of at least some people, so you know if the comment worked or if it didn't, and then you can refine your strategy in the next one and moving forward. The 5th step takes a bit more time, but it is well worth it and can help you to maximize the effectiveness of this. If you do this the right way, conversations are going to start, and it's going to create a dialogue that goes back and forth from all the people who reply to your comment and then people who reply to theirs, etc., and so on. So you want to go in and still be actively part of that conversation if you have the time to do so. This is just simply coming back to human psychology. The more rapport that you build with someone, the more likely they are to feel comfortable and want to see more of your stuff and come over and follow you. Also, if you want to take this to the next level, you can actually go see every person who liked your comment. What you could do to maximize your conversion rate would be to go through, look at those, and then you can start liking some of their recent content, and that will give you a better chance of them actually coming to check you out if they didn't already come check out your profile organically. So that's a way that you can really go through in a targeted way and get some bang for your buck in terms of your actions, because you know that these people are already familiarized? Yeah, I think that works, with who you are, and they resonated with your comments. So if you go over there and like them, show them some love, they're far more likely to do it back. It's just enacting the law of reciprocity. And again, going back to human psychology. So those 5 steps will execute the top comment strategy. And what that will do is drive targeted profile visitors to your page. That's fantastic. But if you can't convert them into followers, that's a lot of wasted time and energy. So to ensure that you convert them, you want to have your profile as optimized as possible. So what that looks like is an optimized bio telling them what you do, why they should follow you and what they can expect moving forward. You're really trying to sell yourself in a short little elevator pitch that is your bio. You also want your content to be as on point as possible and showing that you post as frequently as possible to show them there's actually a reason to stick around and things that will provide them value moving forward, especially things that are associated with the account that you were executing the strategy on in the first place. So this strategy will deliver free traffic, absolutely, and more as you get better and better at it. But your ability to convert will come down to your content and what people actually see and what you're providing. At the end of the day, content is king, but this is a great way to get your content in front of people because that's a huge struggle for people on Instagram. And this is a great free way to do it. One more pro tip for this strategy: if this is the main strategy that you're implementing for growth, you can also make your account private. What this does is when people come visit your profile through executing all the things that I just mentioned, the previous 5 steps, if you are private, they're far more likely to follow simply because of curiosity. Again, we're enacting people's natural tendencies and their psychology. When there's something that they've come and invested the time to come look at and they can't really see what's behind that door, they want to. So they click follow. By doing that, you're really betting on your content that it's going to convert them and keep them around. Because with you being private, you can't take advantage of hashtags. You also can't get on the explore page. So only really do that if this is your primary strategy you're executing to grow. But it does make a lot more people follow simply because we're naturally very, very curious people. Speaking of hashtags, if you're looking to better implement them into your strategy, check out this video, which is my 2020 hashtag research guide. And if you're interested in growing your page and you're struggling, check out this page right here. I walk by step how I grew an account from 0 to 10,000 followers. And at the end of the video, I gave it away. So go check out those videos. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video that can help you crush it on social. Thanks so much, guys. Have yourself an awesome, awesome day.